All right, let's take you live now to Soweto at the Uncle Tom's Hall. That's where, of course, a veteran actor, Papa G, is being laid to rest. We see proceedings are well underway there, live there now.
We can put it like this. Just going to render an item. Amen.
That was beautiful. Tebza Darlington Dakhane was a lover of the arts, and he was very much involved in community theatre. Melisizwe, Meli Spansai. It's good to see Hore Dade imparted knowledge, imparted his art, his passion, and he has obviously left us with young people who will continue to take Betonia Arts Kobel. But I'm sure we know him from TV, we know him from the theater, we know him from the Bling Bling, from Georgie Zamdela, Stasa Game. I was like, what are you doing there? But you know what? People loved that thing. People loved his charisma, his energy, you know, his flair, his tsotsi dal. I think he's the #1 tsotsi dal speaker. Phela bo pantsula bo asemang le mang. Hasemang le mang. In fact, the first time ke bone that Darlington ne ke feta ka koloi a tsamaya ka PM mo motuya. I'm like, oh my God, that's Georgie Zamdela. But you could tell everyone when you koloi, oh shit, like who's this guy who's got so much power? But it can only be Georgie Zamdela, like a role that went beyond television and people believed it. But now Kebona podcast Abu Are, no, in actual fact, I brought this into life and he's right. But it's like, I'm the guy, you know? And I could see it there, but today I'm from holy. So right now, Kibatla a neighbor Motopitzing.
All right, we do apologize for that break in transmission there. One of the actors, of course, paying tribute, a young actor paying tribute, Motloung Mafatse, who is paying tribute to Darlington Michaels, who you would have known was revered as Papa G on Isidingo. And that's certainly where many people got to see him ply his trade, including as well, you know, on stage as well, is where he was known to have plied his trade. And just judging from what we see at this particular stage in terms of the program at the funeral service at this particular point, according to my colleague who is in attendance there, you would recall, of course, that he started acting professionally in 1974 at Gibson Kente's production in Soweto, but certainly will give you a whole lot more pertaining to that. You see the live visuals that we have for you there. The first play we understand that he acted in was, I believe, in 1975, and he was also in Beyond a Song. And in 1976, we understand, he was in what was called Too Late, and The Load as well. In 1981, he was in Hard Road, and in 1988, he was in Give a Child. So just a part, you know, of what the work that he has done, you know, the stage productions as well that he wrote and directed would include, you would know, Ababemi, Rainbow Child, or Rainbow Children, in fact, Jack Roll, Down Below Shell House, Jumping the Color Line, My Child, Democracy, Pain in Me, Who's to Blame, Torn Apart, and Children of the Soil. A veteran actor here in South Africa being paid tribute to Darlington Michaels, known as Papa G, Georgie Zamdela, being laid to rest at the Uncle Tom's Hall in Soweto this morning. Let's go back there.
Ngibingelele abantu abasebenze nobaba. Ngibingelele wonke umuntu okhona la ngaphakathi. Ngiphinde ngibingelele abantu abazosiphathela uhlelo lwenkonzo, abafundisi nabomamfundisi ngokulandelelana kwabo nangezihlalo zabo. Ngimela ngaphambili ngizokhuluma ngobaba. Ngimazi kakhulu. Ngithintekile kakhulu mangizwa kuthiwa ubaba sekawile. Akusiphathanga kahle sabo makhelwane ngoba siwazi umsebenzi wakhe, sulazi nothando lwakhe. Kunesisho ke sesintu esiye sisisho thina uma ngabe kwenzeke into enjengale emphakathini. lesisho sithi sikhuluma kumndeni sithi lala ngenxeba kepha mina ngiyengisabi ukusho ukuthi lala ngenxeba ngoba ngiyazi lenxeba aliphuli lenxeba kuzoba khona izikhathi mphathi hlelo lapho khona kube nzima empilweni athi umama ukube ubaba wayekhona ngekungenje kuyoba khona izikhathi lapho abantwana sekunzima bathi ukube ubaba wayekhona ngekungenje kuzoba khona izikhathi abashana abazukulu lapho sekunzima bazothi madoda ukube umkhulu bekakhona bengeke kube nje ngizama ukududuza umndeni wakandahana ngalamazwi mhlambe umfundisi uzovumelana nami angishumayeli mfundisi but ngizama ukubopha nje nami ngebhandishi lapho engakhona ukuthi ngibophe khona kunamazwi lapha kuJobe Jobe 27 uma ngingaphazami uverse 7 uthi liyini na ithemba longenayo uNkulunkulu nxa enqunywa lapho uNkulunkulu ethatha umphefumulo wakhe na ngilifunda lelizwi ngoba ngiyazi umama uyakholwa kakhulu ngifuna lamazwi aqinise umndeni uNkulunkulu mama akamshiyi umuntu wakhe kodwa uthi noma emthathile adale icebo lokuthi impilo iqhubeke mhlala ngaphambili ngikhuluma ezumakhelwane ngiyamazi kakhulu baba like ngisho I'm touched kubhlungu ukulahlekelwa iqhawe but ke while we mourn the loss of ubaba we must also celebrate the amazing person he was. We must also celebrate the lasting impact he had on our lives. Abomakhelwane bami bazovumelana nami ke mangithi his legacy of love, kindness, respect, discipline, and that spirit, say community, that spirit must continue to inspire us long after his send-off. Ngikusho lokhu ngoba ngiyamazi ubaba, ngiyalazi uthando lwakhe. Ngiyamazi ukuthi ebe nobuntu, ubuntu obungakanani kithi ezabomakhelwane. Abomakhelwane bamba ngakufakaza kakhulu lokho. When ngifika endaweni sihlala kuyo mphathi hlelo, it was in 2002. Mangifika laphana ngithi ngangabe 2 days nyana ngifikile. Hey kodwa ngiyezwa manje. But lie next door kuhlala uZamdela uPapa G angaze ngimbona ngicina ngokumbona lapha eTV. Hayi after 2 days nyana ngifika afike uLibu umfana kababa sibizana ke Maxa naye ubaba bekathi hey Maxa sibizana Maxa athi uMaxa kimi hey Maxa itama lifuna ukukubona ngithi hawu ngenzeni manje itama lifuna ukungibona hayi mangifika lapha hayi ubaba aqale ke akhulume uthe itsotsi hey siyazi ke thina itsotsi sizikhulela sikhuluma Sotho Zulu Xhosa hey yakhuluma iAfrikaans hey be lighty yisile Afrikaans yakhe le uthi itsotsi ayikhulume ngithi hey hayi madalo uyangilahla manje athi no nje muthi first stand Itali beyangathi itsotsi Itali bekade dayine ngesalingu yabo hey ngibone ngithi hayi and then angwelcome kubaba angichawule so mina was expecting ukuthi ngizobona umuntu ongenye indlela but into engayibona lapha kubaba ubaba bekawulo muntu ombona kumabona kude egcoke lama ring akhe you know lama shirt akhe kaMandela you see kubaba nje hawu angichawule laphiyana I remember we even joked no baba ngathi hey ngichawulwa abakhulu namhlanje lesandla ngeke ngisigeze for 5 days ngaze ngathi ngiyodlala nelutho namhlanje sijoke ke no baba so ngizama ukubonisa ukuthi ubaba welcome me ngendlela nami engangayilindelanga ukuthi ngingamkelekela ngayo ekhaya so ubaba beka selfless and I will tell you ubaba was always willing to lend that helping hand kubomakhelwane bakhe sonke siyamazi singakufakaza lokho his legacy extend far beyond his own family ubaba made our neighborhood a better place to be ubaba was fostering that thing we call a sense of belonging and the connections amongst us all in that community. He showed us that even in the simplest acts, we can make an intense impact. I used to say impact in ezinto eziyi-2 kumphakathi, community. Is either that impact can be a bad impact or that impact can be a good impact. But ubaba will always emphasize that mawumuntu, you must always leave a good impact to the community. As we say goodbye kubaba, we take comfort in the memories and lessons ashiye behind us. Ukubaleka kobuntu, kindness, the value of the community and the friendship. As I conclude, ubaba may go on today, but his spirit must remain with us. May we continue to draw inspiration from his life and strive to make a similar impact on those around us. Umphathi Hlalo, I'm concluding Umphathi Hlalo now. Umthi omkhulu uwile. Ngizothi ke sengisuka Mphathi Hlelo. Lala ngokuthula babundagana. Lala ngokuthula Godfather. Lala ngokuthula Papa G. Lala ngokuthula George Zamdela. Lala ngokuthula Qhawelile. Ngiyabonga Mphathi.
Super. Nagikopa with a tribute by friends. Kopa batle in the group. Iling Kululego, Stilis Captain, and Puleng Majing. Batlala Delana here. I want to call upon Guy Kalosi Bantu Ramakula Sokopabake Kaufela Mobile. A tribute by friends in Kululeko still is captain and Pule Majeng Kamule Kalosi Bantu Ramakula. Siagutumisa, 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 kosia makosi, siagutumisa, siagutumisa, kosia. Okay.
Ngithi mandibulise umphathi Sello, ngibulise ifamily, ngibulise nabefundisi ndingababoni kodwa. Ngiyabulisa, ndiphathe ukubulisa ne-community abahlali. Mama ekhaya sisibusi sithi nxe akwehlanga lungehliyo. Inkosi le sibekayo namhlanje siphilile nayo ixesha elide. Siyabubulela ukuba siphile naye ixesha elide kangaka. Nanso neminyaka yakhe iyatsho ukuba hayi uphilile. Kodwa ke sisibusi nefamily ngokubanzi sithi namhlanje yinhlungu, kubuhlungu nyani, kubuhlungu. Kodwa njenganale isitsho ithi in memory, ethubeni izaba imemory, ethubeni izaba ukumkhumbula, inhlungu zizawuphela. Sithi akwehlanga lungehliyo. Sapho lakwandahane. Ayike ndingeyanga kude kakhulu ndithi le nkosi ndiphile nayo ixesha elide. Ndiphile noBradi, uDarlington, uNdates, uMuntwiza, besibizana njalo ke mna naye sithi Muntwiza. Leyo ke iphuma kuthi uba isukaphi size sibizane Muntwiza. Siphilile nale nkosi ndicinga mhlambe ukudibana naye sadibana apha kwi-theatre noBradi. Sidibana kwi-theatre nje kude le in the 70s. Ebe sithi ikhona ishow yakhe yokuqala before aye kwaGibson Kente. Ishow yakhe yokuqala endiyaziyo ke mna sibabukele. Sizemva kwabo kaloku thina sibabukele. Yayisithi Dr. Pudi. Wayedlala phaa kuDr. Pudi nezinye iibra zam ezininzi. Kodwa ke thina ke besizemva bebadala bona. Sakala ke sazana. Ethubeni nje nanku umse kwaGibson Kente. Hey, nanku kwaGibson Kente. Hayi mfondini. Sathi qhu nathi apha emva kwabo. Nathi sesizibona sesikulo mgangatho. Yahamba ke iminyaka besithi noba ekwenye ishow ndikwenye ishow. Ndithi nofika eDurban akahambanga ngisho uyazihambela. Ebelihilili ke uDarlington. Yalazi yilili. Ebesithi ndithi ndiseDurban nangu uDarlington. Emfondini niyadlala adala. Ndisile nje apha ndizowakha. Kaloku ke chomi zekiso. Get back the brass. Yabona bethanda uJohn get brass. Ayike ebenathi sikulona ndithi xa sekapha nangu uDarlington. Njeno mfondini niyadlala hathi la. Nizothini kanti apha? Kodwa kuseke nje ukhasema get brass. Hayi ke laze lavela igama loMuntwiza ke asina thethe kakhulu lilonke ndiphile Nkosi siphile kakhulu ndimbonile esenza ishow zakhe wenza i-Jack Roll khona i-character Jack Roll khona apha ndiyibonileyo wenza inantsika who's to blame wenza ezininzi emva sephumile koGibson Kente wasenzele besezibambele ke ngoku zenzele ishow i-products zakhe nazobona phaa kumabonakude abanye ke anginababiza ngegama baninzi abantu abaphuma kwisandla sakhe into endithetha lo mntu balandele ukhondo lwakhe and Darlington ayikho enye into endiyaziyo ngayo abantu but just focus ebeyifocus kakhulu apha kwi-theatre ebeyifocus kakhulu apha kwi-arts ndiyamncoma ngaloo ndlela that's why nangoku inantsika zakhe iziphumo zakhe niyazibona ziyamlandela. He was focused ebengafani nathi thina utujonge ngapha ujonge ngapha zange athi ufuna bayititha zange ufuna bayidokta zange wawenjonge i-arts and imbhatele ke nazi iziphumo zaziba nini niyazibonela nani uberathini hayi inkosi lena ibifocus kakhulu apha kwi-theatre baninzi nabantwana babonile abantwana bezocula apha he was still involved nakwi-theatre nangona umabonakude but kwi-theatre azange ayinantsiki ayipumfolo. He was always focused with theatre nakumabonakude ke yayibasela. Jabulela. Good night, my brother. Love you. Ulana ngoxolo zizi. Inkosi.
Kya leboa ke tsaba o tshwara ntwena hobane jwale ka hore nna ke monna Mosotho ke tloa ke nana ke kojane ke be ke se ke ithoka ka ho ke rata hore ke mpe ke re ho itsere re fahla ke tswa hole ke tswa Lesotho ke tlile kwano ho tla pata enwa mogolwane wa rona moetapele wa rona kimpe ke re ke o lebohle motsamaisi ha ke sa tla hlola ke re etsa ditumediso bane ke utlwe motho la binyelela so ke dumela hore ha re ka re all protocol observed re qetile re no binyelela mohlomong kimpe ke re ho leetong leno la kampe ke leboe ba ileng ba etsa re fihle kwana bo ntate Mabiri Vatsha ke batho ba ileng ga se tsela ntate Darlington khale o sa phela marena ke kopane le ntate Tebontagane Daves ka 1991 ho le hobe so wethu mona ke ne ke phela mona empa mohlomong pele ke qala taba tsaka ka bo fahla yaka ke mpe ke tshedisa lelapa la ntate Teboho la bona ntate Teboho kala ka lapa le mo tlisitseng kwano lefatsheng re a le leboha le re file moetapele ka Kapa re tshedisa lelapa la ha ile theilweng ke yena mme mohatsa hae re tshedise hape le bana ba hae re a ga nnete le mmone o phetse o entse ntho hae ha ona motho a bilaelang e ka le tshedisa ke hona le tshedise taba ka ya fahla ka bo khutswanyane bo boholo ko re fela ke mpe ke bua maele a Sesotho a reng le koko la kgomo ya lesika le alwa hae monna enwa ya robetse mona tsatsing la ka jeno rona Basotho re mona ho tla kopa mokgekgetho wa rona wa lekoko hore go le ala hae. The glory eo Darlington a tliseditseng Afrika Borwa le Basotho ya ba tshwanela hobane monna enwa ka kapa yena e tumetsweng ke mabitso a di television a theater o tswa Lesotho o tswa Haratshiyo o tswa Teateaneng o tlile mona ka di 60s a tliswa ke mogolwane wa hae o kene le sekolo Lesotho Maseru community meeting nnete sale le taba ya tlhase ena ilana ya bonahala ka gona ya Lesotho mo a ngotseng dipale tsona tsa sethala tsa ga bo Masibueng ke ka baka la go khutshwanyane ba nako e ifuweng ha ke no bua ditaba fela ne ke re le gona re tlong ka mokgekgetho wa rona our share of the glory ya bobedi ke ratang gore ke itsho ka bokgutshwanyane maele a Setswana sa khale o tsa bua Setswana sa khale o bua Sesotho hobane Basotho ke la tsantse le Batswana ha le tseo ke a tseo are taola ho betlwa kapo moremoholo ho betlwa wa taola wa motho wa ipetla mohlomong taba yo kgolo sentse ke tshokore ha le bona katlego ya monna ha o lo batho ba batjha ba tsebe hore monna enwa o ikentse po ya monna ipeile a itshupa a sebetsa ka thata ya ba ya eba seo e leng sona setjhaba sa Basotho se theha se kiteka magolo a mabedi a dilemo se thehilwe ke Morena Moshweshwe le thaka tsa hae ke ka gore re tla claima eno tsa tsena ka gore fela re reng mme bona bo mombono re tseba o tla tsena ho ya pele gore setjhaba sa Basotho ke bona setjhaba sa Basotho batho ba lana gore ke taba ya madi batho ba amanang ka madi setjhaba sa Basotho se thehilwe ke Morena Moshweshwe se entswe ka diboko tse fapaneng le merabe e fapaneng ke ka ho re ntagane Matsitsi Lesotho a Tlameni ke karolo ya setjhaba sa Basotho le ha ile Manguni so Basotho ha se madi Basotho ke batho ba ileng ba kopana mmoho ho etsa setjhaba seo sa Basotho ke ka ho reng hle re tlile kwa ntate wa ka ha go fa hore re le gona re tlotla re tabotabola re nka mokgekgetho wa rona wa glory re tsamaya le yona le gona e tla ga re fitla hae re banna lekoko karolo la lekoko la monane wa habolona e sala ya go fihle maka di 60s Gauteng kileng na ke kopane ntate dagane ka 1991 una le ho bitswa Melisizwe Theatre Group show ena mana le yona ke show ene e bitswa Ababemi ke sebeditse le yena mono mohlompe wa ka ke ipolela lebitso ka dikalusi ba ntuga magula wa Mofokeng wa Mogadi wa Motlalane malemane malematsela magata thita ka mmoho mme re sebeditse le yena ho Ababemi ke nna le ba yeso ba ileng ba etsa hore Ababemi e ya Germany ka 1991 yo emela Africa Borwa go tla bona la ya Holland mo ile ga high performance ntate ndagane ba mongata ba motswela television go la ga motswela staging ine ile genius do ba tsa dikoranta tsa gale le tla ifumana ine directwe ke monna enwa ona sebetsa le monna bitswang Duma Mnembe e mo ene ba mogata no tuki Macintosh ba he bana kwa ke le mona ona le Natala re mo tsibile hantle ka nnete re tsamaya ka khotso bradi ba ne mitsa bradi ha re le bono di o mo ne re ya sa tenje ka tlholo nna ke mongodi wa dipale tsa television ke le ka ngola bitswang Maphiello me Maphiello 2 o la actor ho yona I was honored ha ke bona mohale wa ka a actor paleng eo ene yongotswe ka ke nna ditaba tsa ka dingata empa he nako ke se raka na go engwe di go mo magana ka gotsong
le go ntate Rama le wena ntate Montwiza ntate Stilis ka sena sebaka ne ke kopa go bitsa family tribute
All right, we come out of that funeral service of Darlington, Papa G in Soweto, to another veteran in the very same space in the arts sector as well. You see there the funeral service of veteran actor Sello Motloung. The cortege arriving in Alexandra at this moment. You also saw family and friends and fellow mourners also making their way into the hall where this funeral service will get underway. Seasoned actor, veteran actor, been rushed to hospital after collapsing at his home and later died. A career spanning more than 20 years in television, film, as well as theatre. Certainly his contribution to the arts is what will also be celebrated today. Starring in multiple productions. We must apologize, we often have a freeze on these live visuals, live television. We must apologize for that, but you could see the cortege arriving for the final send-off of seasoned thespian Sello Motloung. And we'll stay on those visuals as the church service is about to get underway. Certainly has been a shock for the entire country, I would say, this past week or two. We've had so many veterans, in particular in this sector, who have passed away. And the country's basically, I would say, over the past 2 months, having witnessed the deaths of many thespians, and 2 of those being laid to rest in Johannesburg today. Darlington Papa G, that is in Soweto, and what you're seeing on your screen now, in fact at the bottom of your screen, that is where the funeral service of Papa G is taking place, right there on the left of your screen. That's taking place at the Uncle Tom's Hall. That is in Soweto. The cortege in your main screen there of the funeral service about to get underway of seasoned and veteran actor Sello Motloung. Motloung certainly has been hailed over the past few days.
We're still okay, right? Okay, sharp. Okay, sharp.
All right, these live visuals that you're seeing, tracking way too many, apologies for the silence there, but tracking way too many of these funerals of these veterans that is taking place today. On your screen there, the late veteran actor Sello Motloung being laid to rest in Alexandra, north of Johannesburg this morning. Motloung having passed away after collapsing on Sunday at his home. He was then rushed to hospital where he later died. I do understand that his remains are likely to be taken inside the church. You'd know that he'd starred in a number of productions, such as Rhythm City, Backstage as well, Generations here on the SABC, How to Steal 2 Million, Justice for All, and Chicken Business, Ring of Lies, and Invictus as well. The cortege making its way inside to the entrance of the church at this particular stage. And you could see their fellow mourners as well in attendance. In attendance as well for that final send-off.
Hello?
It truly has been a tough week in the arts sector. So Motloung, we understand, was born in Meadowlands in Soweto. And
It must be someone.
what we also understand is that he had starred in over 20 TV productions.
Are you guys
We understand that figure, of course,
we live? Okay.
to be rectified as well.
Okay, so.
All right, the cortege.
Be back sharp.
You will also recall that this veteran actor had also been nominated for a Vita Award for the Best Supporting Actor for his role in The Good Woman of Sharkville. Multi-talented,
So.
many would say. And
Is everything okay now?
in actual fact, what is worth mentioning here this morning is that he'd also acted alongside Darlington Michaels, who is also being laid to rest today, Papa G. And we've been showing you those visuals of someone who he also acted alongside, also being laid to rest today. He'd also acted alongside the late Connie Chueme, who also just recently passed away as well. So just 3 veteran actors and actresses in a very short space of time who have been laid to rest just fairly recently. Also some breaking news that we're having for you at this hour from the Border Management Agency telling us that snowfall has affected ports of entry. I'll just give you some details on that at this stage. And what we're hearing from the Border Management Authority, just to give you a sense of what is taking place, we're hearing that given the situation, the BMA and stakeholders operating at the port have taken a decision to close the Sunny Pass, the Busman's Neck and Mononja ports of entry for operations today until further notice. So that is the Sunny Pass, Busman's Neck Pass and Mononja Pass, ports of entry. The operations have been closed today for further notice. So that's towards the Lesotho area. So travelers are advised that Vicksburg Port, Caledon Swart, Makaleng, as well as Maseru ports of entry can be used as alternative routes. Let's take you back to Alexandra as the remains of veteran actor Sello Motloung are headed inside the church. All right, the funeral service live on your screen there. We must apologize. You see pallbearers going to assist now to bring in the remains of Ntate Sello Motloung, and the pallbearers now, of course, at the church service taking place in Alexandra, will take the remains in of veteran actor Sello Motloung inside the hall for the church service. We must apologize, our visuals are a bit, let me just pause for this moment as his remains are taken inside.
Yeah, please. Just
As you can see on our screen, and we must apologize, indeed, the network in Alexandra seems to be disappointing us at this stage, but mourners now entering the hall. You would have seen the remains there of Ntate Sello Motloung, a veteran actor here in South Africa, been taken inside that hall where his funeral service will now begin. The service taking place at in Alexandra, that is north of Johannesburg. Mourners have just about arrived for that at this particular stage, being lauded as an all-rounder actor, incredibly talented, having acted amongst or alongside also another veteran who is being laid to rest today, Darlington Michaels, who is being laid to rest on the other side of town in Soweto at the Uncle Tom's Hall, and two giants in the arts space being laid to rest today.